we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1. On EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Here we go, side.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Fields now to throw on 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They run with Walker. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That is caught. He finds Walker. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's a Steeler 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here we go, son.
A 1st down throw for Fields. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, Obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go, son. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, kind of dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Tonight.
Once again, it's Walker. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down.
Here we go. Good. Tonight.
Now Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Crowd begins with a pass. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Hey, 551, 551. Right.
Here's Fields. He's going to keep it himself. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Right.
To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Go.
Fields. This is intercepted.
Intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on second down. Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
This one caught at the 4. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Right.
They go play action with Fields. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Here we go. Tonight.
On the ground, it's Walker, and he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. Second down and 8.
Here we go, son.
They send him right out of the slot. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Here we go. Right.
Throwing is Fields. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
11. Right.
First down. Fields. It's out wide to try the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Right.
Fields now. That is caught. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown Steelers. Now the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll grab it at the 12. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Inside the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Jaguars are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Go.
Play action now for Fields. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Fields. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 6. Fields. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 31 yards. Here's a handoff to Walker. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
You got a mini base. Why not?
Slot receiver headed right.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
Fields now on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended.
Here we go.
Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
All right.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side, then it's taken in by Williams.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Oh, okay.
They'll begin here on the ground. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. An even 40 yards.
Here we go.
Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this.
Hey, south, south, south. This way.
They'll go play action with Stroud. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. He is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Here we go. All right.
Looks like a design run here with Fields. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Here we go.
You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hey, never mind. Monday. Go.
Second down. It's Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
This is caught at the 2. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. C.J. Stroud, touchdown Jaguars. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Jaguars add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return starts from the 5. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Hey, 551, 551. Son.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Slot man in motion right. Fields now to throw on 1st down. Now he takes off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, son.
Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Now Mike Tomlin is going to send out the field goal unit. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Jaguars 28, Steelers 16.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On play action, Stroud. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, Jacksonville.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Look at hot, look at hot.
On first down, it's Stroud. He runs with it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. He doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. The throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's into the end zone. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Here we go. Go.
A first down throw for Fields. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. We're good. Delta. Hey, can. It's all right.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Angel. 11.
They send him right out of the slot.
Tonight.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about this 1-2 to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Sit high.
Here's Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields now. Over the middle, the tight end Musgrave. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Here we go.
Sending a receiver right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Here we go, son. Right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Field. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Here we go. Right.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Fields. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the 2nd half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
Stroud to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. A big play for Jacksonville. 41 yards. To throw is Stroud. Off he goes. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Look the hot. 11.
Stroud going to set up to throw. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Here we go, son.
1st down. Fields. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, son.
Slot receiver headed right.
Son.
Fields now on 2nd down. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Making the read, this is Fields. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your team...
In trouble, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
And this is not going to get it done. Not even close to picking up the 1st down. And they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. That one good for 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Look at high.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. The extra point is good. And the Jaguars will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Slot man in motion right.
Right.
On 1st and 10. Field. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here we go. No muss. Tonight.
2nd down. It's Fields. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They get the conversion with a gain of 22. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yes. Right.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. His kick is good. And the Steelers will get just a bit closer. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
11. Oh, ready? Hey, Uno Mars.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Now he'll air one out. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Here we go, son.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go, son.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Here we go, son. Right.
Here's Fields. Now he'll run.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a 1st down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here we go. Good.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Once again, it's Walker. Whoa. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with it.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Why, Tony?
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here we go. One final play. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So